What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's episode is a nice romantic black smoky eye. I know that a black smoky eye can be super intimidating for a lot of people, but I want to walk through the steps and show you that you can do it soft, you can do it as harsh as you like. I like to do a little bit more of a soft look, but a black smoky eye can be beautiful for any occasion. And so I wanted to run you through how I do my own black smoky eye. So follow along, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to like and subscribe. What's up, you guys? Let's get right into this. First, I'm going to apply Arbonne's Prime and Proper Eye Makeup Primer. And what this is going to do is help your eyeshadow stay on longer, look more pigmented, and to help it not crease throughout the day. And how I'm going to blend it out is with my fingertips, and you really want to focus on the inner corner of your eye so that your eyeshadow does not look like it's creased in the inner corners. Now I'm going to apply the Sitting Pretty translucent powder pretty heavily to my under eye area. Number one, it's going to catch any type of fallout, and the chances of fallout are pretty high whenever you're doing a dark smoky eye. And number two, it's going to help really shape the cat eye effect that I want for this particular smoked out look. And so it's really going to help give us this cat eye effect, and then we can wipe it away whenever we're done. Next, I'm going to apply the same translucent powder to my entire eyelid using a blender brush for my eyeshadow. And I really love to use this as a base for my eyeshadow because whenever we start to use those darker shades, this is going to help them blend much more easily. Next, for my transition shade, I'm going to be using Arbonne Sheer Glow On Bronzer, and I love to use a bronzer as a transition shade. One, it's going to really help pull together all of the shades whenever you start smoking out your eyes. And number two, it's really going to help give that first definition in your eye. So it's going to help shape it, and it's also going to really pull those eyeshadows together, and you don't want to lose that transition shade. You'll see me occasionally reapplying my transition shade just so that everything looks completely blended out. That is the key to a good smoky eye, is taking the time to really blend out your eyeshadow. Now I'm using It's All in the Eyes Volume 2 palette from Arbonne, and I'm going to be applying the lightest shades on the highest parts of my eyebrow and on the inner corner of my eye. Next up is shade Pebble. I'm going to go in with a smaller beauty blender brush, and I'm going to apply this on the lower crease of my eye. And why I say lower crease is because I really don't want this to go above the crease of my eyelid. And this is going to be for added definition. And again, you don't want to lose this color. So you will occasionally see me reapplying this and really taking that time to blend out all of the smoked out goodness on our lid. So we'll get into that shortly, but right now we are doing the transition shades, which are beautiful. Next up is Amethyst. I'm going to rub my fingers in this and then rub my fingers together. And I'm going to apply this just on the lid of my eyes. I'm not going to go into my crease. I'm going to keep this right on the lid. And the reason why is because with a smoky eye, you do not want it to go too far. You'll look like you got punched in the face, which we don't want that. So you want to keep these darker shades on the lids of your eye and not above the crease. Now I'm going to apply another coat of Arbonne Sitting Pretty translucent powder to really keep the shape, the cat eye effect, and to be able to wipe away any type of fallout just easily because the translucent powder will catch it. Next up is It's a Fine Line Eyeliner Pencil shade Carbon. This is the darkest shade. Trust the process. Stick with me. It's going to look a little bit crazy for a few moments here, but we are going to blend this out. This is probably the only time that you are able to do eyeliner and not have to worry about if it's even or not. So really embrace it. Don't be scared. Don't be intimidated. because I promise it is going to be so worth it, and it looks so, so good once the final product is done. So here we go. We are putting this thick eyeliner on, and we're going to blend it out shortly. Alright, now the blending process starts. I am dipping a very tiny blender brush into Arbonne Sheer Glow bronzer highlight stick using the bronzer end, and I'm really going to start blending out this eyeliner here and starting to shape it into that wing that I like, just simply by following the line of the translucent powder. It makes it super simple to really get that wing effect. And I'm going to do this again on the other eye, and it's really going to help smooth it out. I love using a cream over top of the eyeliner pencil because it helps you be able to maneuver it and really, again, just get that shape that you like. And I absolutely love smoothing it out with a cream again because it makes it feel buttery. Next up is It's All in the Eyes palette shade 2. I'm using the darkest shade that there is. And I'm using a bigger Beauty Blender brush this time, and I'm really smoking out that eyeliner again, shaping it, and really just starting this blending process. You are going to see me go through bronzer and the same shade that I'm using right now over and over again. So I'm really just trying to get the definition and the depth of darkness that I want for this eye look. And I do want it to be deep looking and dark looking. So hang on, let me fix my clip really quick, even though it's falling out of my head still. So I just really am going to go through and blend this out and use these same shades with different brushes and get the nice look that I want. And I'm going to do this until I get the color and the definition and the darkness and deepness that I want to achieve for this specific romantic black smoky eye look. Now that that's blended, I'm going to use the same eyeliner as before, shade Carbon, and just really apply this in layers until I get that nice black look that I want for my lid. So I'm going to occasionally keep applying this the same way that I do my transition shades over and over again. Time to switch it up. Using Amethyst and Onyx together, I'm going to apply this to my lid, and I'm going to keep this on the lower part of my lid. I love the way that it has a little bit of shimmer. It really helps make your smoky look a little bit more metallic looking without it being too dramatic or harsh. I like to go for a more soft look, and it's really depending on your personal preference. So I'm going to make sure to blend this out. I think it's beautiful, and it's really starting to come together now. Again, we don't want to lose that transition shade. Stick with me. So we are applying it to the crease and just ensuring that everything is getting blended. Next, for added definition, I'm going to use my fingers and apply shade Onyx to my lid. And this is going to help it look nice and blended and smooth and not too harsh. I like to use my finger so that I can blend it nice and easily. If there's too much, I can just simply wipe it away. And I really like to use my finger to utilize eyeshadow, especially whenever I'm doing a smoky eye. I think it helps it look more natural and nice and smooth. I don't want to lose this shape, so I'm adding another coat of the translucent powder. Now, again, I'm going in with shade Pebble. It is going to help blend everything out and really pull everything together. I'm loving the definition that's coming along with this, and I think it's really beautiful, so I am just making sure that all of these colors really, really come together and are blended. Okay, using Arbonne's big fluffy brush, I'm going to wipe away the translucent powder that I've placed on the under area of my eye, and we are going to start the base of our face. First up is Arbonne's Makeup Primer. It feels like absolute silk on your skin. This is going to blur any type of impurities or imperfections in your skin. I like to literally rub it down my neck. It feels like a moisturizer. And it's also going to help your foundation or your CC cream, whatever you're using. It's going to help it last longer. So I love that it increases the longevity of the base of your foundation. Now I'm mixing 2 of Arbonne's Liquid Perfecting Foundation shades, shade Soft Blush and shade Buff, to match my current skin shade. So I love this foundation. It does have SPF, which I've found is so important to have in your makeup or in your skincare. I actually have it in both. And so I'm really going to blend this out into my skin with the 2 shades and really make sure that I'm getting this in the creases and I'm blending this out because I want it to almost look airbrushed. Now I'm adding concealer, shade Fair, and I'm going to add this on my inner corner of my under eye, the outer corner of my eye, down the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, my chin, and underneath of where I am going to contour. So this is going to help really give that definition on your face and give it more of a 3D, three-dimensional look rather than a 2D. And I'm going to blend this out all with a dampened beauty blender with Arbonne's Refreshing Setting Spray. Alright, now that that's blended out, I'm going in with Arbonne Sheer Glow Bronze Highlight Stick, and I'm applying this on the higher ends of my cheekbones, on the outer parts of my forehead, and on my jawline. So if you can envision a 3 on the sides of your face, it really does make contouring so much easier. And now I'm going to take a small eyeshadow brush and contour my nose. And I do this by applying the cream contour from the same stick on the sides of the bridge of my nose, and I'm also going to carve out the tip of my nose and really connect that and smooth that up all the way to my eyebrow. Let's blend this out. I'm now going to contour with Arbonne Sheer Glow Bronzer, and I'm going to apply this to the same places that I just used the contouring stick. And I'm really going to define and contour my cheekbones. Again, the 3 parts on the side of your face, your jawline, the upper part of your forehead and just make sure that it's nice and blended out. And you can really carve this out. I will show you with translucent powder, which I love to do, especially whenever you're going for such a bold look. I love a sharp contour, so I will show you how to do that in just a moment. Now for the sharpening process of your contour. So underneath of your bronzer, we are going to go in with Arbonne Sitting Pretty Translucent Powder with a Beauty Blender, the flat inside, and we are going to really coat underneath of our bronzer to make sure that it looks nice and sharp. It is time to add some life to my face. This is It's My Jam shade Rhubarb. I am using the lightest pink shade on the apples of my cheeks. I absolutely love this blush. I'm actually going to combine it with shade Dusty Rose. And the reason I'm doing this is because I think I need just a little bit more color. I am a lover of blush, and I just can't go with just a light blush. So I love this. I put it everywhere. I think it looks amazing. So let's wipe away this Sitting Pretty translucent powder. We don't want it to stay on for too long. We don't want it to look white, especially in photos. So I'm going to wipe it away with Arbonne's biggest fluffy brush. Now for my favorite part, let's add some highlight. I am using the Sheer Glow Contour Highlight Stick, the highlight side. It is nice and creamy. It is a beautiful pearl shade. I love to apply it to the temple of my face, my cupid's bow, on the bridge of my nose, and I also apply it on the tip of my nose. Next, I'm going to go over it with a fan brush using It's All in the Eyes Volume 2 palette, using the lightest shade just to really top that and make it look more defined and bright and beautiful. I love a good highlight, and this is really going to make your look stand out and make it look nice and shiny. Now I'm going to add shade Carbon. It's a fine line eyeliner pencil to my under eye waterline area. And then I'm going to smoke this out with bronzer and all of the shades that I used on my lid. Now I'm going to add a wing eyeliner with shade Eclipse. I am using a liquid eyeliner from Arbonne. It is so easy to blend, and this is my trick to do a wing eyeliner. I absolutely love it, and it's perfect for a smoky eyeshadow. Time to add some eyebrows. So I'm going to go in with an angled brush that's been dabbed into eyebrow gel, Arbonne's shade Light Medium. I'm going to go under the hairline and really shape out my eyebrow, get the arch going, and then I'm going to square off the front of my eyebrow. And once I'm done with this eyebrow, I'm going to smooth it out with my finger or a Q-tip, and then I'm going to do the same on my other eye. Now that my brows are done, I'm going to go back in with the same Volume 2 palette and use the lightest shades with a dampened brush that's very small so I can be precise. And I'm going to highlight the arch of my eyebrow and the inner corner of my eyes. I'm now going to add some mascara to my bottom lashes. This is an important step, I feel. It really helps your look really come together. So I'm going to apply them on the bottom lashes, and I'm also going to do a light layer of mascara on my top lashes, and then I'm going to apply some falsies. All right, time for our lips. I'm going to line them with my OG favorite shade, Morale. It is an eyeliner, but I love to use it as a lip liner. It is the perfect neutral brown shade, and I really want to go for a bold eye neutral lip. So this is the perfect shade for a lip liner for this look. For our lipstick, I'm going in with shade Magnolia. It is a beautiful nude shade, and it goes on so beautifully, and it will stay on, and I absolutely love it. Before we close here, I want to set all of my makeup with Arbonne's Refreshing Setting Finishing Spray. It's going to help everything stay on and last. All right, you guys, this concludes this week's episode of A Romantic Black Smoky Eye. I hope you love it, and I hope you follow along. Again, you can make it as dark or as soft as you like. You can add more eyeshadow for added definition or for added color. It's really up to your personal preference. So I hope you guys loved these tips, and if you try a blacked out smoky eye, let me know if you use these tips and tricks. I really love a good smoky eye, and I think this one might be my favorite that I've ever done. So I hope you guys love it, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.